any questions that you have, saving money, couponing, the sky's the limit. And it's always a chance for me to come with a topic. So tonight I thought we would cover just easy ways to save money on your groceries. Now, in that it could mean couponing, but it doesn't have to mean couponing. So if you are stuck in a spot where you really need to cut your grocery budget, the money's not adding up, but we still need to put food on the table, then there are lots of ways to be able to cut your budget without having to feel like you're spending a ton of time doing it. Now, I will say, having couponed for almost 14 years now, that it pretty much gets second nature if you just make it the way that you grocery shop. But I get it. I've heard every excuse that's out there, and I know that for some folks, the idea of being a hardcore couponer is not for them, and that's okay. So we're gonna try to cover all different ways that you can cut your grocery budget tonight that don't necessarily involve getting out a pair of scissors and getting a Sunday paper. So that's my goal in terms of what I'm planning to talk about. But if you have questions, just leave them in the comments, and between myself or my husband, one of us will catch them, and I will try to get you an answer. So we can go anywhere. Your questions can be on whatever topic you want. I already saw one person ask specifically questions about Walgreens. So believe me, we'll go wherever you want to go. But I always try to come with some sort of topic to also keep us going as we have just a general kind of learning time for an hour every Monday night. And Teresa says she wants to hardcore coupon, which is awesome, Teresa. So I am all for that, and we will definitely hit that. I've also done just some great couponing kind of 101 workshops that you can go and click on our Facebook videos tab, and you'll see they're right there on Facebook. They're also on YouTube. So you can watch those. It's 2 hours long, and it is how to get started couponing. We've also done Q&As on that too. But tonight we're going to try to cover all of it, just not as hardcore for anyone that just stresses them out. So that's the goal as we dive in to questions tonight. If you have questions related to mobile apps, I'm just going to go ahead and warn you. I got on 2 minutes late because my computer and we constantly fight. And today it does not want to show you what the phone has up on its screen. So if we go mobile apps, this is the best that you're going to get, is me holding up a camera for you. Sometimes technology and we're friends, and sometimes we're not. So tonight we're not. Just in case your question goes there, I will try to answer it the best I can. Just don't have really pretty phone screen to show you. So as we dive in, the basics first, before we get to questions, just the general basics on how to save on groceries. What I want you to get is that it does matter where you grocery shop, and the best place that you can be is a store that actually runs sales. So that nixes Walmart and Target. I was actually in Target today, just quickly looking, getting some pictures, and I cannot count the number of people that were in there filling their buggies with groceries. Guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but Target is actually running 0 grocery sales. You can walk up and down the Target aisles right now. There are no tags on groceries, and a good chunk of that is because Target is not able to really keep their groceries in stock. I don't know if you've noticed that in your Target areas, but their stores are struggling worse than the grocery stores. My guess on that is that groceries is really like a secondary thought for Target. They added in groceries a few years back. Some of us are thankful because that did keep them as being essential, but it's not their primary focus. And that's definitely been the case when it comes to keeping their stores in stock on food. But here's the thing. If you're going and you're buying all your groceries in Target or Walmart, they aren't on sale in those stores. That's the regular price for their items. Some of them might pretend to be on sale, and there are some decent deals with Circles. But if we're just going in, not paying attention to Circles, we're just grabbing what we need, you are paying top dollar versus going into a grocery store and buying it when it's on sale. You have got to switch to being a sale-based shopper. So to do that, honestly, to truly become a sale-based shopper means that I need you to no longer look at your pantry and say, what do we have to have today? That's not how we're going to shop. I need you, if you're really trying to make a concerted effort on your grocery budget, it is looking at what's on sale, looking at the weekly ad and saying, okay, what can we eat? What meals can we make? from this weekly ad to make this week work, or looking at the weekly ad and saying, okay, what can I buy some more of to get us through until these sale items are back on sale? And that's really the key to all of this, is shopping based on the sales and the sales cycle. Again, we go into this really in depth when I do the full coupon workshop, but this is not coupons, guys. This is just shopping what's on sale and realizing that grocery sales run on a 6-week cycle. So if I come in today and it's buy one, get one, I am not going to see it buy one, get one again for 6 weeks. If this is something that you eat more than once in a 6-week period of time, then you need to buy more than one. I'm not saying 40. I am saying enough to last you 6 weeks, which for most items is like 2 or 3. So don't panic here. But if you do that, no coupons. If all you did was just go in, buy it on sale, and buy enough of it until it's back on sale, you're going to significantly cut your grocery budget. So that's just a small piece, but it's the meat and potatoes, basically, the basics of shopping when something is on sale. So for us, if we're out of it, my husband can tell you, if we're out of it, it is not coming home with me. He will sometimes ask for things and I will bring it home and say, I bought it just because I love you and not because it was on sale. But most of the time, if we're out of it and it's not on sale, you're just gonna wait. My kids even know, they don't ask, hey mama, will you buy? They ask, mama, when will this be back on sale? Because that's how it's gonna work. I am not coming home with whatever your request is until it's back on sale. And they learned that years ago, thankfully. We are all on the same page now, but that's where I would hope that you can get to. So again, not even mentioning coupons in that, just focusing on how you shop the sales, because most of us don't. In all honesty, if you were to sit back and think about like the last 3 times you went to the grocery store, you made a list of what you were out of, which is really a list of everything not on sale today. You walked around the store and added things to your buggy because either you were hungry in the store or, I think I want that too. And we tend to shop not only on those quick desires in the store, but a little bit on whims. We forget what we do have in the store or at home, and so we grab more of it. That's another way that we're kind of killing ourselves on our grocery budget. So hopefully just the basics right there are going to help. I know that I've seen a lot of comments and questions come through, so I'm going to try to catch up on questions for just a second. And then we'll keep going. I do have a plan. I always try to have some sort of a plan. Y'all may not realize that. I'm just not always trying to wing it around here. But hopefully, we have some order to our evenings. Mikkel's asking, how has couponing changed during COVID-19? Mikkel, I think for some of us, it's store by store. It's going to be supply is a little limited. I did see one person mention that your stores aren't doing rain checks. No stores have activated rain checks still. So that's definitely one. If you're wanting to head in and you're wanting to get it on sale, we're going to need to find it in the store. Hopefully for most sale items, this isn't going to be a problem. But if you're looking for a great deal on toilet paper or paper towels, those don't exist right now. I will say that prices have gone up in a lot of categories. So if you're looking at buying meat, you're going to pay more for that meat. You're going to need to get creative on how to save on meat right now because those prices aren't coming down as quickly. And I've seen a lot of news reports that they might not come down for a while. So maybe you go meatless for a little bit. We can get creative in our menus as well. I know that makes my husband break out in hives, the idea of not having meat for dinner, but you can manage it, or we can manage it for maybe 1 or 2 meals a week rather than, I'm not saying all week long you go without meat, but if you're in a serious budget crunch, then it's going to call for some serious changes. And that's an easy one, not loved, but an easy one when meat is so expensive. So making that quick change, you know what, we're going to have bean burritos tonight and make it yummy. And it's going to be much cheaper than adding in ground beef, which is currently upwards of $5 a pound in our area. And I don't live in a very expensive area, so I can only imagine in bigger cities how much more that is for some of you guys. Nix it. And you can get by. So we actually just posted a number of meatless meal ideas last week. So if you click on meal plans on the top of Southern Savers, you'll find that. Maybe I'll make my husband go dig and find that too. But it just went up last week. meatless menu plan ideas. So use that if you're trying to cut back on that too. Beyond that though, in terms of couponing, we're still seeing a lot of great sales. We've actually seen a lot of great sales coming back in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Kroger has run 2 mega events in a row now. We had one, it ended, and a whole new mega event started. We're now going into week 2 of that mega event. And guys, there are like 4 freebies that I just pulled today. Free floss, free men's shampoo, goodness, 99-cent cereal. There's a number of deals with that Kroger mega event. Publix buy one, get ones are also coming back. They were down significantly, but they're getting to where they're almost back to the full numbers. So I think things are kind of calming down, might be the way to put it for you, Mikkel. Okay. So how can we get Sunday coupons when there's no coupons in the Sunday paper anymore? So Sheila, we had a weekend with no inserts, and that's normal around holidays. So Memorial Day weekend had no coupons in the paper, but the coupons should be back in most areas. Now, I don't know where you are, and I do know in some cities the Procter & Gamble is gone, so no P&G inserts and no Retail Me Nots, depending on your area. So for you, it's looking at getting inserts online. And for me, I order mine from SundayCouponInserts.com. There are a few other websites that do this too. So I am not, I don't work for them, just saying that's where I get mine from. So you can order from them or from someone else. They come from a bigger city. So I have all of the inserts and actually bigger inserts than would have been in my area. And I kind of like that. So that's one option for you. And so Matt's saying, Publix still isn't doing rain checks. I expect, Matt, we won't see rain checks back until almost August. I also expect that's about when we'll see our green and our purple flyers come back too. I would love for it to be July, but I don't know that we will see it in July. It's all about supply right now, and Publix still isn't feeling comfortable with their supply. And until they do, those things are they're gonna be gone for a while. Okay, when I scan barcodes, so this is Lynn's question specific to Walgreens. When I scan barcodes to see if an item has a coupon, it automatically selects those, and then the register doesn't pick the lesser, or it always picks the lesser value coupon. Lynn, I agree. This was a big issue with the Crest a couple weeks ago because you had a $1, a 7 off 3, a 4 off 2, and I picked that $1. And it can be annoying. So in that situation, if you know that you are going to have multiples, I'd actually recommend that you not scan the barcode because there's nothing you can do about it. Once it's loaded, you can't unclip them. So it's kind of annoying, and it hit me too. I ended up having that $1 come off and not the 4 off 2, and there is absolutely nothing that you can do about it at the register because it is automatic. The cashier cannot override which digital is going to come off. You're just kind of stuck. So you could, in that sense, kind of do just a general search for the word Crest rather than a barcode search, and then you would manually be able to decide which Walgreens digitals you wanted to load. You will not have that issue in any other store. So Target, if you end up with multiples, they'll all work together, which is great. And other grocery stores, if you scan a barcode, CVS, if you scan a barcode, it doesn't automatically clip anything. You still have to do the work. So you're safe there. It's just in Walgreens if there are multiple coupons, which is generally for Crest and Oral-B products that you're going to have overlap. So just kind of stay away on that particular one and you're going to be safe. Okay. Can you use $50 in Walgreens points on groceries? Melody, you can, with one exception, milk. Milk and dairy products in some areas, you are not allowed to use any rewards to pay for milk in some states. And so in general, Walgreens has kind of made that rule that it can't be applied to dairy. So you'll be fine, just don't buy your milk. And you would be able to buy $50 worth of groceries with it if you wanted to. Okay, how much the inserts cost when I order them, Karen? It's still about the same price as the Sunday paper. So you pay per insert, meaning if there are 2 inserts in the Sunday paper, you're going to pay a certain price. If there are 3, you're going to pay a different price, and then you're going to factor in shipping. So you have to decide how many you want, what type of shipping you want. That's all going to affect the price. For me, it still comes out to about $3 a paper. it is what it would cost for me to get a paper in my local area. So I haven't necessarily come out ahead there. I've come out even as getting my local paper, but I'm still okay with that. I'm getting my inserts without having to hunt down papers, and I'm getting better inserts than I would have gotten in my local area. But for you, if you're not using them all, that's your one holdup. So you want to kind of get a feel for how many of the insert coupons you're going to be using before you chunk down $3 a paper on them. Okay. And hopefully that answers a couple questions. So Sasha, your question, also live in the country and you can't get your hands on newspapers. So it would be kind of going back again and ordering them online. We live in the country too, Sasha. That's really the main reason why we order our inserts, because some Sundays the paper is there at the end of the driveway and some Sundays it's not. And so I just got tired of that, and now it's just always in my mailbox and it's a happy place to go. Okay. And hello to everyone. I love when you guys do share where you're from. It's always interesting to me and helpful to see where folks are, because we're all spread out. I think of myself as Southern Savers and want to focus on the South, but so many times we have folks that aren't from the South. I don't know if she's still around, but we used to have someone that joined every Monday night that lived in Hawaii, which was pretty sweet. So thanks, guys, for sharing where you're from. Okay, sorry, just trying to make sure I have caught up on everybody's questions. And if you did miss it, I mentioned it earlier, but I just saw my husband did put in that link in the comments to our meatless meal plan. So if you're brave enough to cut meat, it can be a great way to go. But let's talk meal planning super fast because we've got the basics of I want to buy it when it's on sale, and one chunk of that is meal planning. So if you're just getting started and you don't have a pantry to pull from, then I've got to pull from the sales, or else I'm paying full price if I'm not planning my meals around the sales, or I don't have a pantry to pull from. So for me, I plan my meals based on my pantry. But if you can't do that, you haven't been shopping the sales long enough, you need to meal plan based on the sales. So how can you do that? We've done whole Q&As on meal planning as well. This is just me trying to hit some topics quickly. But there is a good website that you can try and just play with based on major ingredients. And I don't think that I mentioned this the last time we did talk meal plans, but this website is called Supercook, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm pulling it up now, so I'll share my screen. But with Supercook, you can plug in your major ingredients. They also have an app, it appears. I mostly just use their website. But you can plug in major ingredients. So if I'm looking at the weekly ad, I decide that I'm going to pull from the weekly ad. I can put in vegetables, like the key vegetables that are on sale. I can put in the meats that are on sale, and then I can let it start to pull menus based on those items. You can go crazy here. You can put in everything that's in your pantry. It's up to you as to how much you want to go, but it is going to help you get an idea. Even here. So I put in chicken and ground beef, and then over here it's kind of asking, and you may not be able to see it if you're watching on a phone. Let's see if I can make it super big. No, of course it goes mobile once you do that. Okay, so over here I have a little section that says, do you have any of these items? And I could say, yes, I have some salad dressing, I have some barbecue sauce, and it's slowly trying to filter out what I can make based on even the condiments that I can add into it. So saucy Cajun chicken breasts, barbecue chicken pulled chicken. You get the idea. Just based on the few things that I've told it that I have, it's giving me menu ideas. So if you're either stuck in a rut or you're staring at a tiny little pantry, like I have no clue what we can make, but there's no money, then play with this. So the website again is supercook.com. It's free, and you can just sit there and enter the things and have it spit out what you can make, which is great. And most of these, by the way, they all end up linking to allrecipes.com and free sites, so that you're not having to go off and join websites to get more recipes or pay for anything. It's just a great resource to play with what your options are based on what you have, or what my focus here would be based on what's on sale. So we're going to look at we're going to look at what our meal plan could be based on the few meats that might be in the ad, or the vegetables that are in the ad, and go from there. So use it, supercook.com. There are a few other websites that kind of do the same thing, but this one I have been very happy with because it doesn't ever ask you to pay money, and that's how I work. So just do that, supercook.com. And if you've got other resources that you've liked, feel free to share those in the comments too. I'm not all about, I don't even know who runs that website, but anyone that has a great meal planning app that you've enjoyed, feel free to share it. I'm just all about sharing what is free to help folks out versus having to join meal plans or pay for things. Don't go there. And on that note as well, with Southern Savers, I told you already to go up and you click on Frugal Living and then you click on meal plans. Guys, we post a month-long meal plan every month. The June meal plan also went out last week. So if you need some ideas, they're all frugal meals. I am not posting anything that's calling for capers and funky things that you aren't going to have in your pantry. I'm posting things that my kids will eat. So pull that and you can click on any of the links and get the recipe. You're good to go. And it's free every month. If you want to play around, grab a few months back and get some other ideas. We've done keto meal plans for the whole month. Use those and get some ideas. Make this easy on yourself. Meal planning not only is going to keep you from buying things that aren't on sale, but it's also going to keep you from buying things that you're going to in turn never eat. I mean, how many things in our pantry end up, we grabbed them, we thought we could work them into meals, and then we never did. And so they've sat there. We need to nix that right now. We need to seriously go hardcore on what are we going to eat, what do we have to make meals, and nothing else needs to come home, because the point is cutting your budget and bringing home all those other little things that you think you're going to use that are going to sit there. That's really just wasting money at this point. I know at some point you could eat it, but at this point, when it's all about needing money to pay bills, that money's not there anymore because you just tied it up in terms of like assets in the pantry. We don't want to do that. Okay. And John's got a great tip for anyone that lives in the South or along the coast. If you're in need of paper goods, that Angel Soft and Quilted Northern, yes, I've been trying to post them too, John, when they come up, but both of these companies you can direct buy from, Angel Soft and Quilted Northern, and they are shipping directly to you. The price is not amazing, but it's toilet paper. So if you're out and you're not finding it in your local area, that's a great option. The Target that I was in earlier today, they had plenty of toilet paper. They even had hand sanitizer. So if you're out, it sometimes might just take making some phone calls and seeing who has it before you run out. Don't run out all over town. But I have seen more and more stores are getting it back in stock. And definitely Costco and Sam's getting it back in stock in those stores too if you've got a warehouse membership. Okay. Now, and I still see more folks asking about inserts. So we just stuck a link into the comments too, guys. Even more folks sharing where you're from. Someone's from Massachusetts. See, thanks guys for proving to me that we're not all from the South. We can be all over Texas, Georgia. And Wendy says she uses the Supercook app. So thank you, Wendy. I've not tried their app. I need to. I tend to do most of my meal planning and coupon prep on a desktop. So Southern Savers has an app. I don't tend to use it very often. I do use it in the store for the database part, but I'm just not a tiny screen person. I also don't tend to be on my phone a lot. I tend to be on my computer a lot. So I have not gone to the app. So Supercook has an app. Wendy likes it. We're going to go with Wendy's recommendation, but I use the desktop, and Supercook on the desktop is great too. And Jessica, thanks. So talking about meal plans, let's talk about stretching for a second. Jessica's saying that they've been doing a lot of rice and potatoes. Those are great. They're frugal fillers. Now, there would be the whole side of them not necessarily being, having a bunch of starch isn't necessarily healthy, and there are folks that are avoiding it. But there are other frugal fillers that aren't high in starch too, guys. So if you are trying to focus on being healthy and saving money, then let's look at getting produce as cheap as you can. So joining a produce co-op, buying in bulk, however you can do that, and adding in cheaper vegetables to your dinner. So the cheapest vegetables that you can get right now, we're in the summer, squash and zucchini. Get creative with them. You may get very tired of them. This one you may have to do some digging, but we did post last summer 25 recipes that you could make with squash. So you get really creative there. I remember that one only because I had buckets coming out of our garden and was a little tired of squash. So I tried to get creative as to what we could do with that squash. It's also not too late to start a garden either, guys. we are definitely not past that point. So even if we're talking containers on your back porch, squash and zucchini grow like wildfire. Tomatoes, these are great items that you could have just a little bit on hand. If you can add a salad to every meal with just basic lettuce, a tomato, and add some cheese on top, that's a good filler. It is fiber and it fills you up, and it is not as expensive as meat. So you can still have meat, but adding in that salad, I know salad, when we start to talk produce, you feel like that's more expensive, but it's really not compared to the other things that you could be putting more of on your plate. So we can talk less of a meat portion, more of vegetables. Vegetables are the cheaper option here. Another option for veggies is going with frozen bulk. So this is one option. If you have a warehouse membership, that the warehouse membership not necessarily pays for itself, but good prices. Costco, Sam's, they all have 5-pound bags of frozen veggies. Grabbing some of those, keeping them in the freezer. And if you've got a US Foods chef store or some kind of chef supply, looking there too. That's my go-to for frozen veggies, but makes them much cheaper than the individual Green Giants and Bird's Eyes, who really aren't going on sale right now because they're having a hard time keeping supplies in stock on those frozen items too. So you going ahead and buying in bulk, getting a decent price on them while we're not seeing sales, that's a good way to go to just get some good veggies on the table around your meals. Okay, to jump in, and Karen saying she likes that the recipes on Supercook are easy and healthy. And not everything is super healthy, Karen, so you will find some that are very yummy, but not necessarily healthy, but they are very easy, and I've liked that too for them. Okay, so to jump back, good. I'm glad you guys are getting toilet paper too. Y'all are keeping me going on comments tonight, trying to keep tabs on everybody. And yes, my poor husband's sharing. So our garden, we started it right on time, guys, and the deer, they're killing us this year on our garden. So I think that I just need to stick the kids out in a tent and make them guard it at night. That's really where we are. We're the animals need to stop eating our food, and we're just going to make them sleep outside and make sure we have some kind of food coming from it. Okay, so let's jump into some other ways that you can cut here. So we've talked the basics, just buying it on sale, buying enough of it until it's back on sale, which is a 6-week window, menu planning, which can be huge. So let's talk coupons for just a minute. I'm not going to make you get a pair of scissors here, I promise, because my goal was easy. You can definitely save with paper coupons. But I do want to mention digital offers. So Lynn was talking about Walgreens, and we, mentioning just scanning barcodes with the Walgreens app. But every store, except Walmart, every store has digital coupons. Guys, Family Dollar has digital coupons. So if you're going in a store, you should be using that store's app. It cannot get any easier than grabbing the store's app and quickly scanning barcodes or typing in the product's name into a search in the top of the store app. So for me, if you are looking at my phone, I keep all my stores in a little pocket so that I can quickly see which store I need while I'm in there. But every single store, I can get to their digital coupons in a couple clicks. Bilo's is the slowest, so I'm not really sure why I just picked him, but Savings is down the bottom. And then once I click there, every single one of them has the ability to search. So if you're standing in the middle of the aisle, take a second and find out, are there any coupons for this? And a lot of times you may find when you type in cereal that maybe there isn't one for that brand, but there's one for the brand right next to it. So super easy. All I do is load them. They're coming off of the register. I don't have to do any work. In a store that does not have a card, so Family Dollar, Dollar General, Publix, you're going to enter your phone number at checkout. In a store that does have a card, I'm just going to load these Bilo offers straight to my Bilo card, and when I check out, they're going to come off. So cannot get any easier than that. You should be using your store apps, and I am serious, any store app. So I have any store that I head into is in the app, even some I don't regularly head into. I just keep them in there in a little pocket on my phone, but this is about as simple as it gets. Barcode scanning, not every app has the ability to barcode scan, but the fact that most do makes it even more simple because you are standing in the middle of Target and you can quickly click right here in the top right-hand corner and it pulls up a barcode scanner. And so I'm ready to go. I scan the barcode of a product and this is all I happen to have. And it will tell me whether or not it has any offers on it. So it doesn't have any offers on that, but here it's got all of those offers. It's actually telling me there is a gift card deal on this item, but here are some other offers that you could load. Not all of them line up. For some reason I'm seeing detergent, probably because P&G makes it, but you get the idea. All I did was scan the barcode and I know whether or not I have a coupon for that. In past times, you needed to load these with like a 10-minute window before you checked out. That is not the case. And welcome to 2020. Fast forward 10 years from when mobile apps started. You can literally scan barcodes in the Target checkout. You're putting things on the conveyor belt and you're scanning barcodes. That's fine. And then when you click on wallet and they scan the barcode, I'm going to let it not see my face here for a second. So they will turn off payment. They're going to scan that barcode and you are good to go. They have everything that they need 2 seconds later. So it does not have to be a delay. You can literally scan your barcodes at checkout and load your offers and save money. And you didn't have to do any work. All I did was scan barcodes. Does that mean that you're missing out? Yes, there is a paper coupon for this. But if there was another option, you at least save something. It's better than saving nothing to just take a second and use the store app. So do that, please. And that's just, going through and talking store apps. Okay, so let's see. Oh, you guys are all talking gardening for a second. Okay, so, and Melinda says, I notice when I scan the Target items that it tells the online price and not the sale or reduced items. So Target did this a while ago. They now only show the online price in the stores. There is a way to get it to show you the in-store price or to see if it's in stock. But generally, it just shows you the online price, and then it'll show you where it is in your store. So it's saying it's on that particular aisle. They did this because of a news story that was talking about the fact that the app would show you different prices based on where you were, and it was pretty bad PR for Target. So they altered that upwards of 6+ months ago, maybe even a year ago, to where now it's just the online price when you use the app. Could be cheaper in your store, but a lot of times it's pretty accurate to what your store price is too, just in general. And Melinda's saying, and not if it's on sale. So that's the other thing, Melinda, is that a lot of times if it's a general sale, one thing to realize with Target is that their sales are usually kind of tiny, like 10 cents, 20 cents off. So no, they don't change it in the app. It might be cheaper in the store, but you're getting the benefit of having to buy it online. But it does list anything that might be available on that offer. So for example, Old Spice right now, when you buy 4, you get a $5 gift card. Those are still available, and it does mention them. You just have to scroll down to see them. That's just the Target app in general. You guys are funny. I love it. Karen wants us to get some llamas and alpacas. I think, Karen, you are feeding right into my husband's wish of just more animals. We already have a lot of animals around here. I don't know that we need to add any more, but they may do better than making my children sleep in the garden all summer. Susanna, great question. Is it really better to buy in bulk? Not necessarily. So talking warehouse memberships, I'm not usually going to get a deal on everything in that warehouse club. So I'm not a bulk person. I'm telling you that for frozen veggies right now, because frozen veggies, first, we're not seeing a lot of sales on them, and second, they're kind of out of stock in a lot of stores. So bulk there is a decent way to save and put some veggies on the table. But typically, if I'm going to compare grocery store sales to warehouse bulk, a great example might be canned goods or even pasta sauce. So pasta sauce, Sam's and Costco are going to give you either 2 gigantic jars. It's really equal to about 6 jars of pasta sauce. And they're going to sell it for about $9 for the 6 jars. So you're thinking, well, it's like less than $1.50-ish a jar. But in the grocery store, on sale, definitely with a coupon, we're talking pasta sauce in the 20 to 50 cent range a jar. So 6 jars would cost me $3 on sale versus $9 in a warehouse club. That's a huge example. Cereal. I can go in and get General Mills cereal in CVS and Walgreens and a number of other places for $1.49 this week. You can go to Kroger and get it for 99 cents. I can get a larger box of cereal, yes, but nowhere equal to the price in the warehouse clubs for $6 and $7. That would have to equal a ton of boxes of cereal when you compare it to the size that's in Kroger. So no, warehouse clubs, buying in bulk in that sense is not saving you money. Buying in bulk in the sense, though, that you see that it's 99 cents a box and you say, hey, we should get enough cereal to last us a few weeks. Maybe not 6. I got 5 kids. 6 weeks of cereal will be a lot of cereal. But I do need to get enough to last a few weeks until the next great sale comes around. That is going to save you money, but not necessarily the huge package. So hopefully that helps answer that question a little bit more in depth than maybe you wanted. Okay. And the Walmart app shows the prices at stores differently, or different stores currently. It's a plus if the item is clearance in another store. So yes, it does. And with Walmart, you can even do that online using Walmart Grocery, where you click over on the top of Walmart's website and you'll be able to see your in-store price based on the store that you're at too. So it is a good way to be able to catch clearance items and kind of know where you want to go. Definitely. Target does not do that, but Walmart does. So that is a good way if you're trying to compare the two. Okay. And hitting all of that, I'm telling you, I want you to use your store apps. I do want you to use mobile apps as well. That's actually why I have this guy here, because this is a fun deal at CVS this week. I don't know if any of your husbands are Old Spice people, but around here, this is my husband. I was smelling it after I purchased it, explaining to my children, like, I don't know, he's not ever allowed to change deodorant. That's just him right there. So if your husband is an Old Spice guy, this is not a brand that we see on sale very often, but this is a great way to use just mobile offers. This is a CVS deal this week, but just to emphasize this point further for you. So this week, Old Spice, it's the Ultra Smooth, is buy one, get one half off. CVS price is kind of high, it's $6.99. But when you buy 3 of them, you get back a $4 reward. So follow me here on the coupons. Buy 3 of them. There's a store digital coupon. Scan the barcode. Load the digital coupon for $3 off 3. There's a store app coupon for 50 cents off 1. So that's $3.50 off. Buy it. Use both of those digital coupons. So all you did was use your phone. Scan the barcode. Use your phone. Check out. You're going to get back a $4 reward, so that's now $7.50 back. Total with the sale, it's like $17 worth of deodorant, $7.50 worth of coupons. But there's a Ibotta offer as well on Old Spice Ultra Smooth that you can use 3 times. So you pair in another mobile app on top of your store coupons, and you're getting back another $6 on the purchase. So you're now at $13.50 between rewards and coupons on a $17 purchase. That's not bad. You're going to end up paying $1.33 for each one of them. Now, it's not free, but again, to get Old Spice for $1.33, that's a good price. And it's just stacking those offers. So it's just stacking the digital offers and the Ibotta offers. At no point did I have to have the Sunday paper or get out a pair of scissors. You could head into CVS literally unprepared with your phone and you have the deal. So just to point out how much your phone can help you save, it's just one CVS deal, but we see these all over the place as other places that you can get deals just using your phone. So just wanted to give that one example of mobile apps. So that's using the CVS store app that I mentioned. I want you to always use your store app and Ibotta. So if I were to pick one mobile app, if we're going to go super easy here, I would pick Ibotta for you to be that one app. Ibotta does have a ton of offers and it works at almost every store. So it's a good one to get started with if you were just trying to get things figured out. it's a good way to not overwhelm yourself right off the bat. So Wendy's asking, do I anticipate meat going back to its normal price? Meat's double the price from 3 months ago. So Wendy, from what I'm hearing right now, they do not anticipate the price of meat to change even within the next 3 months. They expect it to stay high through the summer, which is hard because the summer is normally when meat is at its lowest price. So where is that going to leave us when the summer is over and meat prices are generally getting higher in the fall? I don't know. I think what it might be for you is that we need to go ahead and start looking at bulk meat. And I actually had a number of people send me emails in the last couple of weeks on how to buy a cow. So we have a post that we've done. It was years old and I revamped it. So I have it on my schedule to repost it this Friday. But you can still go and find it. I've already revamped it. You can read all the new version of it, even though it has the old date on it, of how to buy a cow. So I'll send my husband on that hunting one to find it. It isn't that hard, actually. You don't know the cow. You don't ever meet the cow. But if you get together with 3 or 4 friends, you can split this meat up. And it could be enough meat to last you the rest of the year, just buying it in bulk. It comes vacuum sealed and ready to slide into your freezer, and you're good to go, and you paid a flat price per pound. That's the big incentive here of going and buying meat in bulk from the farmer, basically, is what you're doing. So I don't pay a price for roast and a price for ground beef. I just pay flat price per pound for meat. And then it's already, depending on where you go, most places, it's already vacuum sealed, cut into pieces for you and ready to go. So you're just going to slide it into the freezer, and then when you want something, you're going to pull something out. It's pretty sweet. Flat price per pound right now is changing constantly, so you're going to need to just go with what the farmer is offering you, but most of them are going to give you the typical weight that they would get from the processor. So you're getting a great price. And then you're going to pay a butchering fee, which is the fee to have it all cut up and all vacuum sealed for you. Pay it. It's worth it. And you're done. It is so much cheaper, though, than buying it in the grocery store. I promise. So at least look into it. And you could do this with multiple families. So if you don't have a lot of freezer space, get 6, 7 people in together. If you do have the freezer space, then maybe just 3 or 4. A cow, if you want the whole cow, though, you're looking at enough meat for like 3 years. So I don't know that you want the whole cow, but you could definitely go with splitting this up and have a great price and enough meat to get you through until prices come back down. So it's totally worth it. Okay. To dive back in. Oh, and Gina, thank you. My husband was saying he just saw that you sent stars. That is something new that Facebook has started. In no way do I want any of you to feel like you need to do that. But that was very sweet of you. Stars is like they made a function that video producers on Facebook could, I guess, earn revenue from it. I don't know. It's brand new to me, but it's showing up on all of our videos for some reason. But it's very sweet of you to send that. So thank you, Gina and Chris Hale. Okay, so to dive back in, House of Rayford Farms, Teresa is saying they have different chicken deals in different locations. Yes, and they're doing $25 for 40 pounds. So House of Rayford is definitely one to look into if you have one in your area, but be warned if you have not gone to those sales before. In our area, we're talking about lines that are like 5+ hours long to get those cases of chicken. So I don't know if the lines have gone down anytime soon, but that's where they were a few weeks ago. If you have a restaurant supply store, that is totally worth checking out because the prices are the same at the restaurant supply store. So that's where we get most of our meat, is from the US Foods Chef Store. There are not chef stores everywhere, but there is Gordon Food Service and a few others. So just Google wholesale meat or restaurant supply stores in your area, and you should be able to find something. And I will tell you, a lot of them that used to only sell to restaurants, they've changed their rules in the last few months. And there are a number of restaurant supply stores that were restaurant only that are now selling direct to public because the restaurants, they're not demanding the food and they need the client. So if you've looked before in your area and your area required it to be a restaurant, it is worth making the phone call to see if they are now direct selling to consumers because you'll be surprised how many are. Okay, and I agree, David. I would not sit in the line for 6 hours, but if you needed the chicken and that was the only option, I mean, I guess it's saving you some money and you've got some meat in the freezer. Okay, and Lynn said, off topic, but where's the best place to buy readers' glasses? At Walgreens, they're $24.99. So Lynn, I'm not sure what grocery stores you have in your area, but I know Harris Teeter has been running 50% off for the last few weeks on all reader glasses. And Walgreens and CVS both run that sale as well, at least once a month. Buy one, get one on all reader glasses. So that's what I would watch for. You can also find some pretty good deals online through some of the cheap glasses companies like GlassesUSA.com. They run buy one, get one all the time. And lenses are free and frames start at like 19 bucks. So you could end up getting 2 for 19 bucks with free shipping. So that's the route I would probably look at. Always a buy one, get one sale. Never more than 10 bucks for a pair of readers. I don't wear reading glasses, but going on the hunt for my mother who now has them, that's my personal price point on those. Okay, to dive into a few more things that I wanted to hit tonight before we run out of time. One big one in terms of saving on groceries, and you may not realize, or maybe other things, is online price matching. So don't forget that Target, Staples, Best Buy, if I'm buying other things, you can price match the groceries, but you're not really gonna get a great deal there. But other things in the store, they do price match online retailers. So do that, take advantage of that. All you do is go to customer service and say, hey, I was gonna buy this game. It's cheaper on Amazon, and they give you the Amazon price. So it's that fast and that easy right there in the store. A plug on this one, use the Southern Savers app. The Southern Savers app has a barcode scanner in the bottom of the app, and it is meant to help you price match. So when you're using the app and you use the barcode scanner that is in the bottom of the app, bottom little corner there, bottom middle, you scan the barcode, it's going to tell you what that price is online, and then you can walk straight to customer service and get that price in the store. So do that. The flip side of this, as I'm mentioning, trying to going kind of telling you to get Amazon deals on Target, but you can go the other way. And guys, I've told you this before, this is not new, but it is a great way to get deals and to save you some time and money, is that every week, the big offers that Target runs for gift card deals, Amazon matches every week. So this week, it is buy $35 worth of cleaning supplies in Target and get a $10 Target gift card. And instead, you could go to Amazon and you could grab $35 worth of cleaning supplies and get $10 off instantly. So this is one, I posted a few different deals on Facebook today. And I know at least 1 or 2 deals that went up on the site of just different ideas of how you could totally work this. But they do this every week. So you go in, and instead of having to get a gift card, I'm just getting $10 off. It's really a better deal when you look at it that way. Like, yeah, it's nice to have the gift card, but really, how about just the savings? How about just 10 bucks off? Because that's really what they're doing, is giving you just the instant discount. So take it. In terms of Amazon, finished dishwashing detergent is a big one. You've got it on Tide, but one tip for you, sometimes these can be hard to find. So a tip for you, if you're hunting for them, and we'll see, I'm intentionally not going through the link that I already have, but a tip for you would be that you go and you look up something that you need, and you start to look kind of underneath, and you'll see if there are other things, they'll be listed under the item or other promotions that may be running. So it'll say special offers and product promotions. So this one's not, but we can sit here and kind of jump around through various products. You will quickly find it every week as to what is running for those items. So it's funny that the 2 that I've tried so far aren't. Let's see, Arm & Hammer laundry detergent was one of them earlier, but you get the idea. So you can sit here and find what you're looking for. You grab $35 worth, you're going to get $10 off instantly. Once I find the actual promotion that's running, it's humorous that it's not popping up now, but once you find the actual promotion that's running, you can then click in and find all of the things that are part of it. You will also see it over in the side here. So I clicked on household supplies at the top. We've got deals in health and wellness, and you can click through deals and other things too. So you'll get the idea, but they match them every single week. So sit there and take advantage of those, take advantage of the deals they're running. They will follow the Target ad. So if Target is running it until Saturday, it's going to end on Saturday on Amazon as well. Same in the baby care section. If Target is running a $20 gift card on $100 worth of baby care, Amazon's going to match it. Same exact deal. The prices will be different. They're not that much different over the prices in Target, and you didn't have to go anywhere. If you've got Amazon Prime, you have free shipping. So take advantage of those. Typically always in household and baby, sometimes in health and beauty as well, but always in household and baby. So look for those. It's a good way to save without having to go anywhere. And the last thing that I wanted to mention in terms of just the quick and basics, and this seems a little off, but you guys know I'm never opposed to taking advantage of credit card rewards. And I did want to mention that right now there are a number of credit cards that normally offer an increased number of points for a particular thing. So one example for us, we have a Marriott card where we would get increased points when we stay at a Marriott. Well, nobody's traveling. And so it's actually a lot of travel cards that are doing this. They're all offering increased points on groceries now. So we never had that perk with our Marriott card. But if I use my Marriott card now, yes, I could get increased points if I stayed at Marriott, but I'm not traveling. But I can get like 5 times, up to 7 times the points for some cards when you use them for groceries. So take advantage of that. You're racking up your points for Marriott or for airline miles for someday when you do get to travel, but you should. It's an extra way to be saving on your groceries and kind of getting some perks back from it. The fact that they're offering those increased points right now, they normally are not, and I would say when all this is over and travel is picked back up, those points are going to go away. This is a limited time thing, but check the credit cards that you have and see if they're offering any increased points for grocery purchases. And then use them. Pay them off at the end of the month, but use them. For us, we only use credit cards for any purchase that is made online or in town. We have a debit card, but I don't even carry it. We only use credit cards for everything, and then we pay them off at the end of the month. Not only does that help us kind of keep track of where our money is going because we can see every single purchase, we can just make sure that we're good, but we're earning points from all of those things. So we have a ton of airline miles and a ton of Marriott points. Those are the 2 main cards that we use mostly for business and for personal, but it works for us. Now, you have to pay them off at the end of the month. Every time I try to mention that, I am serious. It's of no use to you to earn points just to turn around and pay interest on a credit card. But with an increased amount on points for groceries, it is something to mention. And if you're paying them off, is something to take advantage of right now because you could really be racking up. Definitely for travel to then use at some point down the road, hopefully. Okay, and Jessica's also mentioning, guys, for meat that local processing plants are selling directly to the public, and really they have been. So if you live like North Georgia, guys, y'all have a ton of chicken processing plants. We've got a chicken processing plant down in West Columbia where I am. But look, go on a hunt and see where things are. They will direct sell to you. There are a lot of other plants that will as well. We have a flour factory here in town. Adla Flour has a consumer side, and you can go in and purchase from them. Not only are you helping out a local company if you've got something in your area like that, but you are going to get a good price on it. So take advantage of anything that might be there. Flour to chicken, whatever those products are that are developed in your local area, most of them have a company store basically that you're able to shop from. So do that. That's a great tip. Thank you, Jessica. Oh, good. And Rose is saying they do the same thing. So they pay for everything and then they pay it off at the end of the month. It's a great way to save up the points. I have a huge goal of taking my kids, really it's to go to Europe before my kids graduate from college. So I am just chunking away the points anytime that I can to help get free tickets because a family of 7 to Europe, that's just not in the budget unless they're going to give us free tickets. Okay, I think that I've caught everyone's questions. Oh, and Sasha says you got the free canvas. I'm glad. So the free canvas deal, we posted it yesterday. If you go and you click on photo deals at the top of the site, you'll see it, but they are running a free canvas photo that's available for Father's Day with free shipping, or sorry, not free shipping, but shipping in time for Father's Day. All you pay is the shipping on the item. And John says, where do I find the what's in season list? Or Emily. So I post one for every month, Emily. I actually have June scheduled for tomorrow of what to buy in June. But another great way to look, Emily, is if you go to, and I'm going to give you just a shortened link, but if you go to so.svrs.me/market, that is going to show you the USDA market report of what was at the farmer's market today in Columbia, South Carolina. Now, I know you don't live in Columbia. Every time I mention this, someone always asks for the one that's near them. But really, guys, there's only 19 federal markets in the country. So I will show you what I mean by this. This is the market report, and it is the South Carolina State Farmers Market. It's a federal market, though, and the other ones in the Southeast, there's one in Miami, one in Atlanta, one in Missouri. So they're pretty spread out, and then we're out of the South. So what this is going to do for you, though, is it's going to show you what's in season. It's going to show you what was at the market today and the going price for it in bulk. So this is the price column, this is the size column, it's big, and this is your products as you're looking at these various columns. And you get an idea of what is currently in season. Now, keep in mind, everything might be available. This is a federal farmers market, so a lot of things are coming in from out of state. But you'll see even the prices, and you'll start to ponder, like, I don't know, that's a good price, because it's really not the best season for it right now. And in-state produce is going to help tell you what is local and what is fresh right now. So most of the things for the summer vegetables are all of our squash, zucchini, green beans. Corn will come in season. We're not quite in season yet for corn, not quite in season yet for peaches and those items. We are in season for cherries. This is like prime cherry season. End of season for strawberries. Start on blueberries and blackberries. So you'll start to get a feel for it. Apples and those types of things we don't see till the fall. So if you see them on the list, they're really not their lowest price right now. It's really, I guess go back to thinking of like your grandparents. And for me, that's how it works anyway, and what they had in their farm all summer long. This is our summer veggie season. So again, green beans, squash, zucchini, okra is coming into season. Corn will be peak season in another month. Onions, potatoes, those types of items. Those are our go-tos right now. Okay. Let's see. I think that I think I've caught up on everybody. Yes, Lynn, I am doing a drugstore video. So I filmed all the CVS videos today. My husband has to piece it together. I have not filmed the Walgreens videos. I had to go take pictures because this is the new start of month-long deals for Walgreens. So Walgreens, I will probably not get the video up until a little bit later in the week because I needed to figure out what the month-long deals were so that I would know what to say in the video. But I hope to have the CVS video up by tomorrow night. I'm going to put some pressure on him, see if he can get it done in time, and then you'll be good to go and shop. It is a good week for CVS deals, and I shared one with you already, so you can grab some deodorant if you want a little inside peek on one deal that will be in the video. Okay. So we hit everything that I had. I think we're good. I 2 bits of information before we cut off for tonight. I am actually going to do another Facebook Live this week on Thursday night. I don't normally do that, but I wanted it to be on a separate night. I have had a number of folks ask specifically for a Q&A on homeschooling. So we homeschool. We have homeschooled, goodness, since the beginning for us, and we have 2 kiddos that just finished 9th grade. So I am glad to do that. I won't say that I'm an expert. I can share everything that we've done and just tips and resources for you. I know there are a lot of folks that are on the fence, not really knowing what school's going to look like and wanting to know what your options are. So Thursday night, I'm going to stick with the same time because it works for me. My kids are in bed. 8:30 Thursday night, we're going to do just a Q&A on homeschooling for however long folks want to talk about homeschooling. Join if you want. Don't join if your kids are grown and you have no desire to do it. But it might even be helpful for those of you that are sticking with public school just to get some ideas on resources that are out there even for the summer. So we're going to do that this Thursday night at 8:30. And then next Monday night, we're going to continue on normal Q&As. I don't have any plans for breaks anytime soon. And in terms of topics, I'm gonna pull that up really quick. I always try to look before we get started and completely forgot to look earlier. So in terms of next Monday night, oh, and here we were just talking about it. So we were going to talk about saving at warehouse stores next week. So what should we buy in bulk? What should we not buy in bulk? That's going to be the goal of what we're going to hit on next week, and some deals if you're looking for a warehouse membership. I know we just kind of hit on that as we talked about just in general saving on groceries when all of this craziness went on, but we'll go more in depth with next week. So next week's all warehouse, Costco, etc., and hopefully that will help you guys. So Thursday night, 8:30 for homeschool. If you're interested, feel free to jump in. And Janelle, public shopping trips, I do plan on doing my Publix deals this week. We have not actually done a lot of shopping in the last few weeks. We've been eating from the pantry, meal planning, and eating from the freezer with prices going up, just buying in bulk on some things and fresh produce. But I do plan on shopping this week. So I will try to definitely come live with our Publix deals on Wednesday as well. Okay, so thanks for joining me, guys. If I see you on Thursday, that's great, but I'll definitely look for you next Monday night as well. So y'all have a great week, and feel free to share this with anyone else that's trying to cut their budget, trying to get started in saving money, because I think that's where we should all be right now. So I hope that everything goes well for you this week, and I will talk to you again soon.